Hello, I'm Vera Thomas, Conference Lay Leader of the Mississippi Annual Conference. For the next few minutes, I would like to share information with you regarding the local church lay leader and lay member of Annual Conference. As it is with most policies of our denomination, the Book of Discipline provides the biblical basis for what we do, and it also provides the principal instruction on how to do it. Paragraph 127 of the Book of Discipline of the United Methodist Church 2020-2024 describes the ministry of the laity in this manner. The ministry of the laity flows from a commitment to Christ's outreaching love. Lay members of the United Methodist Church are, by history and calling, active advocates of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Every lay person is called to carry out the Great Commission, Matthew 28:18 through 20. Every lay person is called to be missional. The witness of the laity, their Christ-like examples of everyday living, as well as the sharing of their own faith experiences of the gospel, is the primary evangelistic ministry through which all people will come to know Christ, and the United Methodist Church will fulfill its mission. You might ask, who are laity? I'm glad you asked. If you are not clergy, you are laity. As Christians, clergy, and laity, we have a great task before us. Paragraph 128 states, "The church stretches out to human needs wherever love and service may convey God's love and ours." The outreach of such ministries knows no limits. Beyond the diverse forms of ministry is the ultimate concern that all people, all persons, will be brought into a saving relationship with God through Jesus Christ and be renewed after the image of their Creator. That's a quote from Colossians 3:20. This means that all Christians are called to serve and minister wherever Christ would have them serve and witness in deeds and words that heal and free. It is through the assistance of clergy and lay persons that we, clergy and lay, endeavor to accomplish this task. We each have specific jobs and/or duties. The duties of lay leaders and members of the local church as related to lay leaders and lay members are outlined in paragraphs 251.1 and 2. Paragraph 251.1 states, "Out of the professing membership of each local church, there shall be elected by the charge conference a lay leader who shall function as the primary lay representative of the laity in that local church, and shall have the following responsibilities. An effective lay leader models Christian discipleship in everyday life and helps the church live into its mission by working with the pastor and other leaders to grow a culture of faith, service, and community impact. By fostering awareness of the role of laity, both within the congregation and through their ministries in the home, workplace, community, and world, and finding ways within the community of faith to recognize all these ministries, the lay leader serves as the primary advocate, voice, and representative of the laity. A few ways the ministry of the laity is celebrated is through the observance of Laity Sunday, which is usually held the third Sunday of October each year, promoting special opportunities for service and mission projects, recognizing the steady ministry of groups and individuals who live out their faith and service through regular volunteer work in schools, and the community, and recognizing laity who have become local church lay servants or who have been certified as lay servants, lay speakers, or lay ministers. Advocate with pastors and worship leaders for these persons to share their stories or to preach. Now, in order to advocate with the pastor, it is important that you meet regularly with the pastor. Cultivating a healthy relationship with the pastor is key to the success of your church's ministry. You see, the lay leader is the bridge between the pastor and congregation. You also have a responsibility to continue your involvement in study and training. Model discipleship. Your visibility as the lay leader in the congregation places you in a position to model good habits of personal devotion and discipleship. As you engage in spiritual practices and serve in outreach and mission, you serve as an example and mentor to others. And not only that, but you should also inform the laity of training opportunities such as lay servant ministry classes. The lay leader is also an advocate for the needs of the community. He or she works to inspire the congregation to care for those beyond the walls of the church. For a more effective ministry of the church, you will want to assist in advising the pastor and council of opportunities available and needs expressed by the community. While it is not a requirement, it is recommended that a lay leader become a certified lay servant. And last but certainly not least, lay leaders are members of the local church committees shown here: charge conference, church council, pastor parish or staff parish relations, finance, nominations, and leadership development. Along with the pastor, the lay leader serves as an interpreter of the actions and programs of the annual conference and the general church. Therefore, it is recommended that a lay leader also serve as a lay member of annual conference. Also worth noting is that in instances where more than one church is on a charge, the charge conference shall elect additional lay leaders so that there will be one lay leader in each church. Associate lay leaders may be elected to work with the lay leader in any local church. You've heard about the responsibilities of being a lay leader. Let's now turn our attention to how one becomes a lay leader or associate lay leader. Paragraph 215, definition of membership number 2, states, the professing member of a local United Methodist Church shall include all baptized people who have come into membership by profession of faith through appropriate services of the baptismal covenant in the ritual or by transferring from other churches. The lay leader is elected at charge conference each year. There are no specified term limits ascribed to the lay leader. This means one could serve indefinitely as a lay leader. Through the efforts of the Nominations and Leadership Development Committee, which is chaired by the pastor, a professing member or members may be considered for nomination to this position with the following spiritual gifts and talents in mind. These spiritual gifts and talents are the backbone of strong lay leadership, which helps the church grow in faith and live out its call to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. It is also important that local church lay leaders know they have counterparts in the district and annual conference who can help with their roles. The district lay leader works in partnership with the district superintendent and is charged with, among other things, training local church lay leaders. The district lay leader also relates to other organized groups of laity within the district, such as lay servant ministries, United Women in Faith, United Methodist Men, and United Methodist Youth. The annual conference lay leader works in partnership with the bishop and represents the interests of laity. The conference lay leader relates to organized groups of laity to assist with planning, implementation, and evaluation of ministries of the laity. The conference lay leader is an advocate for lay ministries and also promotes the role of laity in the annual conference session. Now I'd like to turn your attention to lay members of annual conference. As mentioned earlier, the duties of leaders and members of the local church as related to lay leaders and lay members are outlined in paragraphs 251, 1, and 2. Paragraph 251.2 states, the lay member or members of the annual conference and alternates shall be elected annually or quadrennially as the annual conference directs. If the charge's lay representative to the annual conference shall cease to be a member of the charge or shall for any reason fail to serve, an alternate member in the order of election shall serve in place. Both the lay members and the alternates shall have been professing members in good standing of the United Methodist Church for at least 2 years and shall have been active participants for at least 4 years in next preceding their election, except in newly organized churches, which shall have the privilege of representation at the annual conference session. The lay member or lay members to the annual conference, along with the pastor, shall serve as an interpreter of the actions of the annual conference session. These persons shall report to the local church council on actions of the annual conference as soon as possible, but not later than 3 months after the close of the conference. A professing member or members may be considered for nomination to this position with the following spiritual gifts and talents in mind. These spiritual gifts and talents encompass the proficiencies necessary in effectively contributing to the responsibilities of lay member of annual conference. Here's the process. In preparation for annual conference, study the pre-conference journal and materials that are submitted for action by the annual conference. Attend pre-conference district meetings and training sessions. Learn the annual conference process for conducting business. Develop a general knowledge of the Book of Discipline. Meet with the pastor, lay leader, and congregation members to discuss issues that will be a part of the annual conference business. And note issues and concerns that need to be taken to the annual conference session. During the annual conference, the lay member or members should attend the annual conference laity session, participate in all sessions dealing with annual conference business, listen to proceedings in order to make informed decisions when voting, participate in all worship experiences such as opening worship, ordination, memorial, and others as applicable. Attend plenary and Bible study sessions. Explore resources displays to gather information and ideas for ministry in your congregation. Use the spiritual discipline of journaling for annual conference. Write your reflections about proceedings, discussions, worship experiences, and so on as preparation for later sharing with your congregation. Keep an accurate record of the votes taken that will have an impact on the congregation's finances, operations, and ministry. After the annual conference, as the link between annual conference and the local church council, share information with your congregation about your experience. Remember, the report to the congregation and the church council is to be given as soon as possible, but not later than 3 months after the close of the annual session. Search websites and general church news sources and the annual conference newspaper, the Circuit Rider, for information to share with your congregation throughout the year. You may also choose to participate in annual conference or district committees or work areas. The lay member of annual conference serves as the member of the charge conference, church council, finance committee, and the pastor parish relations or staff parish relations committee. As a lay leader or lay member, there's much for you to keep up with and to keep on track. Here are some suggestions of things to do and next steps to take over the next week. Become prepared spiritually to be the leader that God has called you to be. Open your eyes to the work of God in the world around you and discern how you can join God in that work. Set goals for the things that you expect to accomplish within a given time frame. Make certain that the goals are specific and measurable. A sample grid for this task is included in the United Methodist Guidelines, Lay Leader, Lay Member. Evaluate your ministry and communication efforts. Monitor church news sources and conference publications to stay informed, fulfilling the roles of lay leader and lay member of annual conference within your congregation. Provide an opportunity to make kingdom-sized impact. It is my sincere desire that you have found this information beneficial and useful for your purposes. Resource information used in this presentation can be found in the Book of Discipline of the United Methodist Church, 2020-2024, Guidelines for Leading Your Congregation, 2025 through 2028, United Methodist Guidelines, Lay Leader, Lay Member, and the new job descriptions, Organizing Leadership in the Local Church to Enhance Discipleship, 2025-2028. Should you have any questions, I may be reached at layleader@mississippi-umc.org. Thank you.